So part of the interview process is you following up on your candidacy. This is your job that you want to land. It's up to you to earn the position. You're the one that has to do the follow-up. When you left the interview, you asked what the next steps were in the process, and that way you get your guideline of how you should follow up. It's really important, folks, that if in the interview they tell you when they might be making a decision or how you should follow up, that you should respect what they asked. Being overly aggressive in your follow-up is a huge turnoff to recruiters. I can tell you how many times I've heard that somebody lost a job because they were just too aggressive in their follow-up. So you need to be careful, okay? And I'm going to give you some structure around that. For starters, you want to wait until the time has passed that they said that they would be making a decision or following up with you. Once you haven't heard by a day, then you can reach out to them. And the first way that we reach out is by email. So you're going to send an email, you're going to keep it very short. Similar to the thank you note, this isn't a time for you to start marketing yourself or selling yourself. That's going to work against you. It is simply a check-in. And you're going to say something like, I just wanted to check in and see if there was anything else I could do to further my candidacy. I'm very interested in the job. Please let me know. You could also use that PS tactic that we taught you in the thank you note where you could send some social currency. You could send them a little link to an article. Hey, and I saw this article since the interview. It made me think of the company. Thought you might enjoy it. Something like that. But again, it's simple and it's positive. Some concerns around the wording that I want you to be careful of. We all start to get anxious. We all start to get nervous. We get impatient because we really want this job. But you have to remember that while this is the most important thing in your world, it isn't in their world. Every day that passes feels like a year to you, but to them, every week that passes feels like a minute. They've got their regular jobs to do, and hiring isn't always the top concern. Additionally, there's a lot of parties involved. There's a lot of juggling. There are other people that are being interviewed. So these processes can take time, and you just need to be patient and controlled. So be careful in what you say and how you say it in these follow-ups. For example, if you say something like, well, I hadn't heard from you, so I'm checking in on my status. That's rude. That's the quickest way for you to be eliminated. Stay very polite and positive because you want this business, okay? You want this job. Okay, so once you've followed up by email, you get to wait 1 full business week, okay? So 7 days. And then you can follow up, and this time if you wanted to, you could follow up by phone. Same thing applies. You would reach out and call and say, I just wanted to check on the status of my candidacy. I'd really love to move forward in the process. Please let me know if there's anything else I can provide you. Very simple phone conversation or voicemail if you leave a voicemail. And that's all you do. You can't do anything more than that. Once again, from that point, you wait another full business week and you can try one more time by email. In this case, you follow the same protocol, just checking in. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. I'd so love the opportunity to move forward. Very simple, very positive. If after 3 attempts over the course of time you have heard absolutely nothing back, you need to tabletop this for now. Because obviously something's going on in the organization and you can't let your thoughts get ahead of it. You can't assume that you're out of the running. You can't assume that you did something wrong. You wouldn't believe how many times things change and they just don't have any news for you. Is it the right thing? No, of course we think the better thing to do would be to at least stay in touch with you, but sometimes they don't have the time to do that and you just need to be respectful and understanding of that. So just understand at that point we're going to tabletop it and you're going to move on to other opportunities. The one thing that I want to tell you that when you're doing these kinds of follow-ups, please make sure that you never do it on a Monday. This is a little secret tip that I'm going to teach you. Studies show that everybody going back to work on a Monday, it doesn't matter how cheery they are, most people have the Monday morning blues, the weekend flu, whatever you want to call it. They have to get back into the groove at work. And having somebody call you up when you have a million things to do and you're trying to structure your week, asking about whether or not they got the job can be misinterpreted. It can be viewed as annoying. And so you never want to reach out to people when we knowingly understand that they may not be at their best self. They may not be their happiest. So if your follow-up date falls on a Monday, wait until a Tuesday. Wait until people are back in the flow and they're in better moods. This is a secret tip that I am telling you right now could actually have a big impact on your ability to move forward in the process. Okay? So never on a Monday, always on a Tuesday, space it out over time, follow the rules of engagement, and be polite and patient. That is the name of the game if you want to get this job.